Now, it took about 45 seconds from the time the bomb left the airplane until it exploded. And I think there wasn't a man in the airplane that wasn't either timing it with his watch or counting or doing something. I was sure the bomb was a dud. I was sure it wasn't going to work.
After falling for 43 seconds, the time and barometric triggers started the firing mechanism. A uranium bullet fired down a barrel into a uranium target. Together, they started a nuclear chain reaction. Solid matter began to come apart, releasing untold quantities of energy.
Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'chakadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that is pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This is the Mafia from the GMS Dallas camp. And what the video we were looking at was Hiroshima dropping the bombs. So it was just showing what happened when America dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. They dropped two. One on Hiroshima, one on Nagasaki. I'm pronouncing it correctly. And they're showing just the destruction of a atomic bomb. All right. Now, these were just two bombs that was dropped. You know what I'm saying, during war. And the destruction that happened, they still have you still see the aftermath of it today in Japan. You know, children being born deformed. You know, at a good and high rate. Just the aftermath. People that would actually live through it, wasn't even close to it, but yet they still have issues because of that fallout. This was an atomic bomb. All right. Now, when the Lord said for these men to go in and start World War III and utilize these bombs, it's going to be a big difference, okay? Because there are much more bombs than there were today. I mean, today than there were back then. Now, this is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night." Now, when you saw these people, they were walking around with their everyday lives, and they just saw a plane go by. And what happened when that plane just flew by? Now, I didn't start at the beginning of the video, but one guy was like, it was just a normal day. He saw a plane go by. It was actually at a higher altitude than Japan. You know, a Japanese plane could fly, but he didn't really think nothing of it. You know, at those back in that time, because he was like, Japanese planes wasn't flying at that high of altitude at that time. Today, yes. So when he looked, he just thought it was a regular old plane. You saw people walking around, in the stores, just normal old day. So even this is an example of something happening and the Lord basically surprising you like a thief in the night. Keep going here in verse 10. It says, in thee which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And if you go back, you can see the guy that was sitting there, and he was just sitting there, and that heat hit him, and he was just dissolved. You know, and this is actually what's coming to America. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for the hastening into the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right, and that was an atomic bomb. Now there are actually nuclear bombs. That now the nuclear bombs are much stronger than the atomic bomb. And I'll pull this up here. No, Salaki. Oh, Salaki. All right. So as it says here, I wanted to pull up something here. Now I went into atomic bombs, and if you look at, is an atomic bomb or nuclear bomb more powerful? Because today we have nuclear bombs. Now, if you read, it says more explosive compared with the atomic bomb, the kind dropped on Japan in the closing days of the Second World War. The hydrogen bomb can be far more powerful by 1,000 times or more, experts say. Atomic bombs rely on fusion or or atom splitting, just nuclear power plants do. Now, I just wanted to pull it up. We can go into detail, but when you just look at it, it lets you know the bombs that we have, that the world has today, with that is 1,000 times stronger than what dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay. All right. So that is what actually is coming. All right. And get a couple of more scriptures here. Matter of fact, which one we just saw, Jeremiah? All right. Jeremiah 51:1. It says, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me a destroying wind. Okay? And that's that wind that you see, that wind that comes from the atomic bomb. And then you have the blowback where it blows out, and then it sucks the air back in. This is that destroying wind. Verse 2, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And we know that, the other nations will start to hate the whore, and even who they so-called their allies today, they will actually be dropping bombs on America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, the mystery daughter of Babylon. Verse 3, it says, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigading, and spare not ye not her young men, destroy her utterly, all her host. So this is going to be going down. Now, America is going to be destroyed off the face of the earth, all right? It's going to just be desolate. But these other nations will be getting hit with bombs too, as well, okay, with this nuclear destruction. Not as bad as America, but it will be nuclear destruction to hit, because these kingdoms, all kingdoms of the earth is going to fall, all right? And America is going to be but America is the whore that's sent upon many waters, okay? You got America is over, is the head of, like you say, NATO, you know what I'm saying, the EU. All these countries that are with America, they're going to actually start to hate the whore, okay? And we're going to go, let's go to 11 here. And it reads, verse 11, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh has raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon. All right? To destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. All right? So this is coming upon America. It's coming upon the face of the earth. And it's going to happen all of a sudden like a thief in the night. No one is going to expect that destruction to come about. You know, we talking about these everyday people that's enjoying themselves, not even plan on looking towards. You know, they're not looking into what's happening to, you know, the happening in the world. Now this is Jeremiah 50:29. It says, "Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work." And what does America work? Going around destroying other countries, destroying other nations and kingdoms. All right. They have gathered together with the nations, as it says in Psalms 83, and they have cut us off of being a nation. Used to call Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Israelites. They teamed up with the other nation to cut you off of being a nation, and then they basically did the other nations dirty. All right, that's Esau Edom. He's a true backstabber. All right, I'm gonna go back in the middle of 29. It says, recompense her according to her work, according to all that she has done. Do unto her, for she has been proud against Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel. So, like you say, they pride basically have reached to heaven, and all they, you know, wrongdoing. Okay, and the Lord has been seeing that. As Zechariah 1:15 said, you know, the Lord is sore displeased with the heathen, and the heathen that they are at ease. You know, you have the main one, like I say, Esau, Edom, and these other nations that has lived deliciously with, you know, the wickedness of Edom. They have lived lavish, you know, and they got together with Esau, Edom, to destroy who you call so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. Destroyed our nation. We've forgotten who we are, like who we are, and they have continued with that throughout these years. And our people are just in a docile state of mind now. But like you say, the destruction is drawing nigh, and these arrows, which are the nuclear warheads, all right, that's be shot from one end to the earth to the other. This is going to be coming upon America, upon Idumea, all right, along with the chariots coming about and render that destruction as well, all right. But Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.